Hello students, welcome to the session. Today we will discuss about refining of metals. The metal extracted from the previous steps of metallurgy contains some impurities. The process of removal of impurities from the extracted metal is called refining of metals. We have to concentrate on the definition of refining of metals and concentration of ore. The definitions are almost same. One word difference is there. So please concentrate. Refining of metals, the process of removal of impurities from the extracted metal is called refining of metals. The process of removal of impurities from the ore is called concentration of ore. Now, for the refining of metals, there are some methods. The methods are distillation, second one liquefaction, third one electrolytic refining, fourth one zone refining, fifth one vapor phase refining, and sixth one is chromatographic methods. Say now how to select these methods. Depending upon the properties of the metal and impurities present in the metal, these methods are used. First we will take up this distillation. When the difference in the boiling points of the metal and the impurities are observed, this distillation method is used. Usually, the low boiling metals like zinc and mercury are purified by this distillation method. In this method, the impure metal is taken inside this distillation flask. This flask is called a distillation flask, and impure metal is taken inside the distillation flask. The thermometer is connected to the distillation flask, and to this distillation flask, condenser is connected, and conical flask is connected to collect the pure metal. Now, impure metal is taken inside this distillation flask, and the distillation flask is heated above the boiling point of the metal. When we heat above the boiling point of the metal is converted into vapors. The vapors come out of this distillation flask and it enters into the condenser. In the condenser, vapors of the metal condenses and it is converted as liquid and it is collected in the conical flask. Now, we will take the distillation of impure metal zinc we will consider, and I will explain this distillation method by taking the distillation of zinc as an example. The impure metal zinc is taken inside the distillation flask, and the distillation flask is heated above 907 degrees Celsius. This 907 degrees Celsius is the boiling point of the zinc. If you heat above that, the metal zinc is converted as vapors of zinc. The vapors of zinc come out of this distillation flask and it enters into the condenser. In the condenser, vapors of zinc is condenses as liquid zinc and it is collected in the conical flask. Therefore, in the conical flask, we will get pure zinc. And the impurities present in the zinc remains in the distillation flask itself. So, in the distillation flask, we will get only the impurities, and in the conical flask, we will get pure metal zinc. In this way, we can purify metal zinc. Next, liquefaction. Well, When the difference in the melting points of the metal and impurities are observed, this liquefaction method is used. Usually, low boiling metals like lead and tin are purified by this liquefaction process. In this process, there should be a sloping earth or sloping surface inside the reverberatory furnace. Reverberatory furnace means huge furnace. Inside the huge furnace, there should be a sloping surface, and the impure metal is taken at the top of the sloping surface. The impure metal is heated. When we heat, low melting metals melts first and flows down in the sloping surface, and the pure metal will be collected at the bottom of the sloping surface. The impurities leaving behind at the top of the sloping surface. To explain this, I will take lead as an example. Liquefaction of lead. The impure lead is taken at the top of the sloping surface, and it is heated above 327 degrees Celsius. This is the melting point of lead. If we heat above that, the solid lead melts and converted as liquid and flows down, and it is collected in this beaker. And the impurities leaving behind at the top of the sloping surface. So at the top we will get only the impurities, and at the bottom of the sloping surface we will get the pure metal lead. This is regarding liquefaction. And the next method is electrolytic refining. In the electrolytic refining method, the most electropositive elements are purified. For example, copper and zinc are purified by this electrolytic refining method. And in this electrolytic refining method, through the process electrolysis, the metals are purified. When we talk about electrolysis, there should be anode, cathode and electrolyte. In this experiment, impure metal rod is taken as anode, pure metal strip is taken as cathode. The solution of its own salt is taken as electrolyte. The anode and cathode are connected to a battery. Now, using this battery, if we supply electric current, electrolysis takes place, and metal present in the impure metal rod undergoes oxidation and converted as metal ions, and it dissolves in the electrolytic solution. Then it gains the electrons from the cathode and converted as metal and gets deposited at cathode. Therefore, at cathode we will get the pure metal, and impurities will be collected at the bottom of the electrolytic cell. To explain this, I will consider the electrolysis of impure copper rod. As an example, if we consider impure copper rod as an example, then copper rod acts impure copper rod. Impure copper rod acts as anode. The pure copper strip acts as cathode. Acidified copper sulfate solution acts as electrolyte. This is acidified copper sulfate solution. and this is impure copper rod. This is pure copper strip. This is the battery and this one is a switch. Now, when electric current is passed through this electrolytic solution, copper sulfate present in the solution dissociates as copper 2 plus ions and SO4 2 minus ions. Now, when we pass the electric current, the pure copper present in the impure copper rod dissolves in the electrolytic solution by undergoing oxidation. Copper releases 2 electrons and converted as copper 2 plus ions and gets dissolved in this electrolytic solution. This copper 2 plus ions gains 2 electrons from the cathode and it is converted as copper metal, and then it gets deposited on the surface of this cathode. The process continues, and before the experiment, impure copper rod is thicker and metal strip is thinner, cathode is thinner and anode is thicker. But after the experiment, anode will become thinner and cathode will become thicker because the copper present in the impure metal rod gets deposited on the surface of pure copper strip, and the impurities present in the impure copper rod deposits at the bottom of the cell, and it is called anode mud. It is called anode mud. The anode mud contains selenium, tellurium, antimony, silver, gold, etc. These are the components present in the anode mud if you electrolyze impure copper rod. This is the electrolytic refining of copper. Now, in this concept, it is important for 1 mark. Say by the distillation method we can purify zinc, cadmium and mercury. The examples are very, very important. In the liquefaction method, tin and lead are purified. And in the electrolytic refining method, usually zinc and copper are purified. So, the diagrams are not that much important one. For the understanding purpose, I have drawn this diagram. Only 1 mark question they will ask in the examination. Name the method used to purify zinc, or the zinc is purified by which method. Like that, they will ask 1 mark question, and it is important for 1 mark questions. Thank you.